Hello folks, and welcome to the MSN Weekend Preview Show. As always, I am Magoo, and this is Magoo's Sports News. Now, there's always plenty of sporting action going on at the weekend, so get a few beers chilling in the fridge, and close the curtains in the living room, and get yourself comfortable on the couch, because I know exactly what I'll be doing, watching sport all weekend. So just a little bit of news before I start the weekend preview show. A couple of results last night. The semi-finals of the Europa League were concluded with Braga beating Benfica 1-0 on the night. It was 2-2 in aggregate, but Braga go through on the away goals rule. Porto also were playing against Villarreal in the other semi-final. Villarreal won the game 3-2, but Porto had won the first one 5-1. So essentially the final is going to be Porto versus Braga, and that's going to be on Wednesday the 18th of May, so put that in your calendar and we'll see who wants to win the Europa League pot of gold, which is also held in Dublin. Tennis, Andy Murray got beaten by Thomas Bellucci. Guy's a bit of a clay court specialist, so not much of a shock there. Andy Murray didn't have a great game as well, but you've got the French Open coming up, Andy, so you need to maybe practice a little bit on the clay. QPR, ooh, it's getting all tense there. The court have decided to leave the decision until Monday. Now, there's a lot being said about this case. It's similar to the West Ham case. They only got a fine, no points deduction. However, I think Swindon got in a similar sort of situation, and they even got relegated as a sort of penalty. Now, obviously, it depends on the stature of the club. QPR, they're a big club. They've got famous owners. I personally think they'll get a 10-point fine. Now, what that means, if they get a 10-point fine and beat Leeds tomorrow, then I think they still go up if Swansea don't win. If they get a 15-point deduction, then essentially they will go out of the playoffs. They will go into the playoffs, sorry. Norwich will get promoted. You would think Cardiff would go up as well, but no. If Cardiff lose and they've got a tough game at Burnley, and Swansea win their home game, which I think it's quite an easy one, if they win, they will leapfrog them and get promoted. Fantastic news. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll have a verdict on Monday so we can get all this nonsense sorted out and get on with the playoffs. So, moving on to the preview for the weekend sport in action. Football-wise, it's a full fixture list as you'd expect. Now, the Premiership fixtures essentially are looking like this. Booyah! As you can see, I've highlighted a couple of important fixtures. Yeah, my artwork's pretty crap, like, you know, but I can't afford Adobe Photoshop. I just have to use Microsoft Paint, so... Anyways, as you can see, these two fixtures here are absolutely vital. West Ham play Blackburn first and foremost. Now, if West Ham win, they may have a chance of staying up. I said last week that they wouldn't stay up if they lost to Man City, but you never know. Blackburn, on the other hand, if they win this game, you would almost say they were guaranteed survival. So, a huge fixture there. Now, the second fixture, fellas, if your girlfriend can grant you one pass for a sporting fixture this weekend, it's got to be Man United versus Chelsea. This one is essentially a title decider. Half a title decider, I would say. If Manchester United win, definitely, they've got the league in the bag. If Chelsea win, they move even on points and then go into the last two games of the season, making it absolutely exciting as all hell. So, other sports to watch out for this weekend. First and foremost, we've got the golf. There's obviously two tournaments on, one in the European Tour, which is the España Open, and the other one, which is in the USPGA, that's the Quail Hollow Championships. Personally, I'd recommend you wait till the last 9 holes on Sunday evening, catch the tail end of it then. Now, also we've got the tennis business end of the Madrid Masters. Obviously, Andy Murray's out. You've still got Novak Djokovic, Rafa Nadal, Roger Federer, and I believe the other person still in is Marin Cilic. Now, boxing, huge fight on Saturday night, or should I say Sunday morning. It's not going to be on till about 3 o'clock in the morning, but it's Manny Pacquiao versus Shane Mosley. To be fair, Shane Mosley's 39 now, he's getting on a bit. I don't like seeing these guys fighting close to 40 because you just know they're fighting for the money. Also, we've got the Formula 1, the Turkish Grand Prix. I think in practice it's been raining, so there's been a few crashes. Vettel crashed and Alonso was the fastest, so keep an eye out for that. That's going to be on at Sunday afternoon, and that's basically all the sport that's going to be on it for the weekend. So the next thing I'm going to do on my show is give a shout out to some of the guys who have written comments to me, things like they want me to mention, etc. The first one comes from a fella called That. Now, he asked me to mention his rugby union team, and these guys are London Scottish. Essentially, at the moment, they're in League One in the rugby league system. Now, League One is exactly the same as what League One is in football, so at the moment, they're top of the league. There's one game of the season left, which is tomorrow, and they play the second place team. Now, if the second place team win, they leapfrog them and will go up. So basically, good luck to London Scottish. I hope you win your game and I hope you get promoted. And me being Scottish as well, good luck to you. Second comment comes from a user named Bang. Now, this fella basically wrote a little message to me and said, Magoo, why is it that most managers in the Premiership, he actually said, why is it that more than 8 managers in the Premiership are from Scotland? 2 things I have to correct you on here. First and foremost, it's only 6 at the moment. It will be 8 if Norwich get promoted, when Norwich get promoted next season, and if Nottingham Forest come up with Billy Davis as the manager. Second thing I have to mention, they're not actually, well, they are Scottish, sorry, but they're actually from Glasgow. I think what you meant to say was, why is it Glaswegians make good managers? My actual personal opinion on this is that if you've got a person, English fella, foreign fella going, oh, excuse me, could you please put the ball into the net if that's okay, if you don't mind so much? Or you've got some Glaswegian guy who goes, here big man, put that ball in the net or I'll kill you. Who'd you gonna listen to? Of course, the Glaswegian fella. That's my personal opinion in it. I don't know. There's been a lot of talk about why Glaswegians are good managers. I suppose it's, like I say, they have a stern voice. The accent they play on a little bit as well, and that's essentially what I think. So the next comment comes from a fella called Bang. This guy wants me to mention the sport of kabaddi. Now, he also wants me to mention extreme frisbee, so you may ask yourself, what the hell is kabaddi? So, yeah, that's kabaddi. I'm only joking. From what I gather, one guy from one team has to go into the other guy's half. There's 7 people there. He has to tag them, then get back into his own half, and then basically, without being stopped or wrestled to the ground. Now, that guy that's in there is called the Raider. Now, me personally, when a sport involves someone called a Raider, and men hold hands and wrestle each other to the ground, it's not my cup of tea. What? This is my summer shirt, come on! So anyway, extreme frisbee. Now that's extreme. So anyway guys, that's basically all I've got time for today, so go off and enjoy your weekends and watch plenty and plenty of sport. My name is Magoo, and I'll see you guys on Monday.